Now, normally when we see swelling in the heel bulb like this, we're going to focus on the claw itself, looking for problems there. But not today. Welcome back to Nate the Hoof Guy. Today, the source of the problem is in between the claws. That's right, we have got a rock lodged up tight in there. There's a common misconception that cows on pasture never have hoof problems. Well, that is just not the case. They just tend to have a little bit different problems than other cows. We've talked in previous videos how problems like foul and digital dermatitis just need an access point to be able to take hold, and that's what this rock has allowed. It's caused a little bit of irritation there, and dermatitis has colonized in between those two claws. Another difference between housed cows and pasture cows is the amount of growth or the amount of shedding that happens naturally. These are pasture cows, so there's not a lot of trimming because those hooves are trimming themselves out on pasture. Quick trim up, and we'll get to this lesion in between those claws. This was the first rock we found today. However, it was not the last. Not only that, we found some other hoof problems that we're going to show you as well, so stay tuned for that. We're going to get this wrapped up, and then we'll move on to those other cases. My new claw tool sure is coming in handy. Gives me access to these areas that are really kind of difficult to get at and difficult to clean normally. Now I can really get in there. I'm finding also a lot of cases of digital dermatitis that are just starting. Ultra small lesions. You're going to see that here in a little bit, what these little tiny rocks can do and how that can take hold. But I'm sure glad I got that. It's become my favorite new tool. I've mentioned that before in other videos. The only problem with it is going through a lot more chlorhexidine now. But I think my work is also improving because of it. As I mentioned earlier, that was not the only rock we found on this day. Here is another sizable stone caught up between another cow's claws. Now this one didn't do nearly the amount of damage that the other one did, just a smaller area of irritation, but we did the same thing here. Cleaned it really thoroughly, and we wrapped this one up as well. Got two big rocks now, but once again, that is not the end of them. A little while later, we ran into these. Now these are much smaller, but this is how digital dermatitis starts right here. Two little stones that are going to cause a little bit of irritation, and from there, that lesion can start to spread. So we know rocks can be a problem for pasture cows, but what else is common? Well, axial fissures tend to be more common with pasture cows because just of the natural drying out and rehydrating of the hoof horn. You can get some stress cracks in there, and those can expand all the way up to the hairline. Worked on this one, carved it all out. This one's actually healing up pretty well. Not a lot of work to do here. We put a block on that other claw. Another problem, digital dermatitis. On pasture cows, yes, you see it. In fact, I've talked to several guys in New Zealand, and that's one of their common problems there. So pasture cows do have problems, just not the same types of problems that house cows do. But these girls are off, back to the pasture with their herdsmates. And until next time, we will see you all on the next one.